Welcome back to What the Podcast. I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
Together we are
Ryan and John.
on the couch as always. Cara Tafolla and Annie the Skovmand. Jumping right into the business this week, folks.
Yeah.
Lot
lots to talk
of
about.
Lot of things to say, but first off, big week for AI.
Wait, really?
Yeah, did you guys hear that new Drake song?
Oh, yes.
Is it all AI?
A completely AI-generated Drake song has reached 100 million streams on TikTok.
Wait, so did Drake authorize the AI?
Nope.
No,
Nope. Completely unauthorized, featuring a verse from The Weeknd. The Weeknd is also in this. Let me pull it up real
Amazing.
quick.
Oh.
Awesome.
Because you got to hear a little bit of
Are
it.
they going to sue AI for that? Like, because that's using their
I mean,
their voice. Yeah.
that's like suing the internet. Like, where do you start?
I thought you were going to talk
Somebody has
about...
somebody has to sanction that though, right? Somebody has to go like, "Hey AI, make this."
Right. Yeah.
Somebody's at fault.
Okay. Here's a little bit of this.
The internet's at fault.
This is an ad. Hold on. John's gonna cut
There's
this part
also like
out.
I'm gonna
Snapchat
cut this part
AI.
I was just going to... I thought you were going to
Snapchat
talk
AI
about that.
what?
Snapchat
There's a new
sent
AI.
a message and said, say hi to my AI.
And it's now
it's an
forever.
experimental chatbot.
You can't get rid of it.
It's forever at the top of your Snapchat.
You can talk to it. It just talks back.
hate it.
It's. Hey.
This is completely a fake song.
It's kind of ash.
I kind of like it.
All right, I think we got the bulk of
Let
it.
me skip to the weekend really
Okay.
quick.
Wait, the Weeknd's in it?
Oh, it sounds like him.
That's crazy.
And this will get copyrighted because it's not really Drake and the Weeknd. So,
That's true.
Oh yeah, take that.
so what do we do with that? The AI generated songs by Drake are out and about. Does that say more about AI, or does that say
AI,
that
it's-
all Drake songs are?
Doesn't he
The same?
own...
The
Yes,
same.
both.
Doesn't he owns his voice? And that's his voice.
Where
Does
I
he?
mean, do
Does he?
you?
But then that's the whole thing. It's like it's not his voice because he didn't record it. Then that's him.
It's all original file. Yeah.
Yeah,
Completely
it's original file.
auto-generated.
But
But don't they take it from...
I don't even
Yeah.
know.
So
Yeah,
so,
from the
so,
sounds that have already been out in the universe.
So he has this entire catalog, and so you take all of Drake's songs and you put them through the AI, and it
Yeah.
scans it all.
It's his
Jumbles
voice. He
them.
still owns it.
Yeah.
Is it at that point?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
think
AI,
so.
it's
Crazy.
kind of been an L for AI in the last few months. Remember, there's all that stuff with the AIs killing themselves.
No.
They had these
oh,
like
yes.
they had these robots, these AI generated robots
Did you see the
that
one
were
I
doing
saw?
like the same thing, and then they would just like they had gotten enough consciousness to be like,
I don't wanna live on
I
this
don't want to
planet.
like, I don't want to do the same thing over and over again, and they literally just shut themselves off.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
it
like,
killed itself. Yeah,
like
it's informed
Microsoft
of
shut off their AI. There's like all these like
it.
major.
Elon Musk has said that too.
Yeah, he's
Elon
like-
Musk is like, we should probably look into this more. We should probably not just
Dang.
like make it acceptable.
You know
but-
Yeah,
what I
like-
just thought of?
What?
What?
What if that Miley Cyrus album is AI?
Okay, because that's a
No.
great transition. John,
Okay,
have you
go
heard
ahead.
this?
No.
It's
I
a
can't
big
read your mind,
big
so-
thing dropped today.
Oh, the Miley
Big thing.
Have you heard this, John?
No, I haven't heard it.
Go ahead.
Today it dropped.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
You wanna
Kara.
go?
Somebody
You,
sell
you
it.
start, Kara.
Okay, fine.
Pitch it.
I don't remember what the name it's under, but on TikTok, some girl said, "I just found this random album that sounds like Miley Cyrus," and I know what Miley Cyrus sounds like because
Yeah,
so I know it's
Mi-
her.
it's Miley,
It's
obviously.
like album art from 2012.
Okay.
Like that
Awesome.
skinny, like long font, and it says like Wild Dreams or whatever.
Okay.
And it's under a random name, and it's like 9 songs, and they're all Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
And
They sound like Miley Cyrus. They are Miley Cyrus. What do you mean?
It's a random
well,
name though, so you can't. You
people
don't
are
know.
thinking they're unreleased songs, and
Have
she
you seen
just
the one
released
too
it
where
under a
they
random
pitch
thing.
down certain artists to make them sound like another one? Like they took Morgan Wallen and they're like they pitched it up. and
Yes.
it sounds like Miley Cyrus. Like
Oh,
to a T.
yes, I've seen that.
That's pretty cool.
That's like when you pitch down
Clara
Taylor Swift.
Clara Pierce.
Yes.
Clara
Pierce just released the album Down With Me.
Yep.
I'll pull
Features
some up.
vocals that sound eerily similar to those of the former Hannah Montana star.
Because yeah,
Says
it
Hard
the
could
to
New York
be.
believe she
Post.
was Hannah Montana. You know.
Play. Do you have the TikTok?
Now she's more than one character.
Are you
She's got
looking-
Down
two characters.
to me or down with me?
Are you looking at?
Let's
the
hear it.
TikTok?
I don't know. I just read it off the New York Post.
Oh well.
Can't put
hold
anything
on.
on the New York Post.
Hold on.
Post that isn't true.
Where'd you hear that? The New York Post.
gosh.
You're right.
Where do I go to my messages?
You remember that commercial?
Here we go.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what's
They
fun.
they can't put anything on the internet that isn't true.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Where'd you hear that from? The internet.
Okay.
I met him on the internet. He's a French model.
Wait, who did I send
Bonjour.
it to? I thought I sent it to you, Annie.
I don't know.
All right,
My
guys.
internet's not working.
Wow,
Okay,
really
next
good
segment, next
podcasting.
segment.
I thought I did.
Listen,
Other news and music.
so
Yeah.
that could be potentially AI.
Yeah.
What I want to circle back to this Snapchat friend. You've got a Snapchat
AI.
friend.
Yeah,
my
hate
AI.
it. And it popped up on my Snapchat, and it forever is at the top of your Snapchat. You can't delete it. You can't get rid of
Yeah,
it.
you can't get rid of it.
And it's a fake guy. It's a real
fake
guy.
You can
and
just
it's,
message him, and it's crazy. Is you have to accept terms of use. I haven't accepted it, but you have to accept terms of use. And like I remember some of the language was like, this person, this is meant to like for you to talk to it and for you to personalize your experience. And I was like, I hate that. I literally hate everything about this so far. But
I know. I kind of want to delete
don't see him.
Snapchat from it.
Yeah.
a lot of people are.
Ew,
Yeah.
this is what my guy looks like right now.
Yeah, yeah,
have
it's
a guy?
weird. It like makes a little
Customized
customized person.
Avatar.
But I
I will
started
say-
seeing all these TikToks about like
Oh,
Like
they're
how
all colored people.
Snapchat AI was getting really weird and being weird towards people and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, it's
This is my AI.
fake
guy.
intelligence.
Let me see. What color's
Oh,
yours?
his is green.
Green. I kind of want mine to be blue.
You're just
Mine's-
fully folding into it.
Do they say like weird, like what weird how? Like sexual things,
No,
like
you literally, it's like a person. You just talk to it,
and it talks back.
and you
Just
can,
like
I think you can
ChatGPT?
send Snapchats back to it. And forth, too.
Yeah, I don't like
Should
it.
I accept it just to try it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, right?
If anyone's getting their, intelligence stolen, let it be
It's-
you.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
me.
can't find him. My guy's not on.
Maybe you have to update Snapchat. But all this to
Send
say,
him a
AI, pass.
You don't want AI.
I don't
Looks
want
like you're
AI. I
enjoying-
don't want electric
Okay,
cars.
this is scary.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! I just sent him a screenshot of me, like as I am, headphones, microphone.
What do you say?
Yeah.
Looking
He
good.
says, "Looks like you're enjoying some live music. Who's the performer?"
What?
See,
you
it's
wrong,
still-
bro.
It's still got a ways to go.
But like the fact that it identified headphones is crazy.
In a microphone.
Dang.
I'm seeing a picture.
It's gonna be like, oh, that's
what he
Annie
said.
Skovmand.
And he looks like you're having a podcast session with someone. What's your topic of your discussion? Okay,
Okay.
that's freaky, right?
But
Wait,
no,
wait.
but
it did
any-
not do that.
Okay.
I swear.
Wait,
Shut
hold
up.
on,
Read that.
hold on.
Any self-respecting
I'm gonna
computer
send a
can
picture.
scan a thing that looks like
Isn't
a
that
podcast.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
It really is.
I'm
it
sending
really did
this.
say
I'm
that.
sending this
Okay.
to my
I'm
I'm
AI.
telling you, it said
Okay.
it.
I'm sending
Uh-oh.
this to my AI.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Okay,
Send.
it's the same thing that like scans pictures like
It's just weird.
and tells you like, oh,
You're
can
looking.
You,
I don't like the little like pop up on the side like he's typing. You're looking like a true professional.
Well,
Wow,
what the
you-
heck?
well,
Why
true
do I look
that.
like a
I don't like it.
professional?
I responded back
You?
for you, John. I
What'd you
said,
say?
who the
Uh-oh.
hell are you and how the hell do you know that?
Your immediate Q story. Who are you?
Oh,
Well, how did you get this number?
This is weird. What have
does
you
it
been
say?
up to lately?
it just it wants to talk.
This
These are
one
all
said,
fake
This
prompts.
one said, I
Wants to
guessed
talk.
based on the picture you sent. Sorry if I got it wrong. What's up?
It's just one of those like answer trees where
scanned.
like
Say-
it'll just
I said
it's just
podcasting.
like, what's up?
That's great.
Wait,
What's
Cara,
your
don't
podcast
tell
about?
it too much. Oh my gosh.
Don't
Tell it
tell it,
to
Cara.
promote our
Should I say-
podcast.
Promote.
Tell all your friends
Yeah.
at the AI shop.
podcast.
Whatever.
At the AI world.
At
Okay.
the AI water cooler.
What the podcast is such a cool name. What's the topic?
Okay, none of your business.
Yeah, now it's
Just
getting
have
Now,
Weird.
okay, so this one I
Have some
heard.
boundaries.
I'm not sure if we mentioned it on the podcast yet,
It's
but
okay. Keep going.
they were trying to train this AI bot, whatever, to answer one of those, those CAPTCHA things where it's like, oh, like prove you're not a robot, right?
Yeah.
They were trying to train it to be able to do that because that's like the whole thing. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, prove you're not a robot. The AI went on Fiverr, hired somebody to take the
Quiz.
CAPTCHA for it, and the person, the person
my
responded on Fiverr and was like, just so I'm clear, like you're not actually a robot, right? And the AI was like, haha, no, I'm just like, I need somebody to do this for me. And the guy did it, and
Wait,
it
how
got
did
through
the
the CAPTCHA.
AI have money to pay
It just
him?
it Venmo'd him. I don't know. It just went through the
Wow.
AI
thing.
Venmo.
Yeah.
AI bucks.
By the way,
AI bot. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, but if there was any doubt, just listen.
This is Clara.
I feel like the odds of somebody having a similar voice is pretty high.
No,
right?
I don't know. Miley Cyrus is like
Miley Cyrus has a different voice than everyone because she went through a throat surgery.
Yeah, but nobody's gone through throat surgery.
No,
Not
she,
a one.
Not as young
maybe.
as her. She got it done when she was literally
the only
like
one.
14. And she got it done, and it was some experimental one, and it fully changed like how she sang.
I don't know. That's like Steve-O, right? Steve-O from
Oh God, I can't stand his freaking voice.
and he literally went to like a throat surgeon to be like, why do I talk like this? And they literally just were
That's
like,
just
you
how you
use your
talk.
muscles wrong.
You just talk wrong,
Like you
Steve-O.
talk, like you literally when
"What are
you
you
learn to
talking
talk,
about?"
you used the wrong muscles, and now that's how you talk. Like, sorry.
That's not
So
how
crazy.
I talk.
And it's like,
Pretty good, Steve-O.
sure,
so
Thanks.
crazy.
Thank you.
but there's been a lot of crazy things happening.
Oh, John
Um,
mentioned Morgan Wallen.
Morgan
Yeah.
Wallen.
Morgan Wallen, I was coming across it on my feed. My feed's been a little messed up on TikTok because I can't get into my TikTok.
Oh,
I
wow.
deleted the
Oh.
apps. And I went to go I went to go back in, and I got into the What the Podcast one because I had it like through my phone number.
I have curated that for you, Paige.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
perfect.
By the way, it is strange. Some of the stuff that popping up in there.
True.
Anyways, so I was just going to the feed, and then I saw it was like some girl, and she was at like a concert venue, and it was like emptying out, and she's like, "F you, Morgan Wallen." She's like, "I drove 11 hours. I paid $13,000 for these tickets, and you didn't even show." And there's this big like almost like Times New Roman text on
Yes.
these LED walls. It just says like, "Sorry, due to unforeseen circumstances, the show is canceled. Please make your exit. Your tickets will be refunded." And so the whole thing is, but I found out more information that both of his like opening acts went on. Like they both, the whole
shoot.
show happened up until
He was supposed to go
he
on.
was supposed to go on, and then he didn't go on. And so the public statement he released was like, "Oh, I lost my voice the night before, and I thought I was going to get it back in time, and it didn't really work out." But people are pulling some Instagram stories from people that were backstage with him, and like he was like drinking and like getting hammered, and
Wow.
so there's a security guard that was like talking to this girl out as they were walking him out.
Okay.
And she's like, "So what's the reason?" And he's like, "I don't know, whatever." He's like playing it like he doesn't know. And then out of nowhere, he's like, "Okay, honestly, he's just drunk. Like he's so drunk he can't even stand up."
Wow.
And they had to like last minute just like call the show because
Because he can't do it.
he can't he literally couldn't do it, which makes sense because I feel like, and this is open for discussion. I feel like if you lost your voice, you have to make a call sooner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not something
At
you
sound check.
Maybe he
yeah,
thought
absolutely.
that
something you can, like,
alcohol could be like
recover.
a steroid.
No.
Well, okay, so no, I thought
To get him
that
out there.
where it was like, well,
Which it
maybe
is.
if he like drank and he's like, oh, I'll just get like,
I'll get drunk and
Buzz.
be able to perform.
yeah, and it will help, like
Yeah.
it'll make it so I can perform.
Yeah.
Well,
And he just got too
But he didn't
buzzed.
get drunk. He got freaking.
and now these
Pissed drunk.
tours are so jam packed
Yeah.
that like he has to move on. So they're actually just like refunding the tickets. They're like not redoing it or anything
Oh,
like
wow.
that.
That's
They're just being like, "Meh."
sucks.
And so
Where was it?
it was in, I want to say like Oklahoma or something. It was like,
or Ohio or something.
Oh.
yeah,
one of those
somewhere
O
in
states.
in the Midwest, like East Coast area. But
Wow.
and it was so kind of interesting. People were really pissed. I mean, people are so dramatic though, because like everyone's like, "I'm never listening to your music ever again."
Yeah, right.
Well, it's
And
like
I'm
the Frank
I
Ocean
don't
thing.
know.
The Frank Ocean Coachella the first weekend where he came an
Right.
hour late and then like canceled, like basically like stopped the show like
Because of
3
a leg
songs
injury.
in. Well,
Yeah.
and then the first weekend he was like, it's curfew, and just like stopped it.
Meanwhile, there was a DJ that went past curfew. What was his name? He's a really
It
popular
was
DJ.
it was
Avicii, right?
No, it was-
no. We just,
I thought it was
Avicii passed
Macklemore.
away
Macklemore.
like 5 years ago.
no, it was Macklemore. Macklemore was performing
Really?
and he
Calvin
goes,
Harris. It was
Calvin
Calvin,
Harris.
Harris.
was it
year.
Calvin Harris?
I was
no,
like, Macklemore?
Macklemore was performing, or he was
That
no,
was a different show. That wasn't Coachella, but yes.
Yeah, he was
You are
performing
correct.
at some festival, and the curfew showed up, or like came to the curfew. And he's like, I get fined $10,000 for every minute I go over. He goes, let's effing go.
Yeah.
ooh.
And just like
Makes
full
me sick
like
to my stomach.
party.
Sorry, I was out for a second. I was just Wikipediaing who Morgan Wallace was.
Morgan
Wallen.
Wallen.
Morgan
Yeah.
Wallen.
Whatever.
He's a country star. If you didn't know, he's like
He's the one that got canceled recently.
canceled.
Said the N
Wait,
word.
why'd he get?
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember,
Yeah.
it was like 3 a.m.
It was like
He's
a-
very
again when he
controversial.
was drunk,
Yeah.
right?
So there you
Morgan,
have it.
That's
Go sober,
now,
man.
okay. On one hand, I want to go like, yeah, you're right. Screw him. Like he
Yeah.
screwed all his fans. On the other hand, that's like a pretty like rock and roll thing to do, though.
to
Because
get too hammered.
well,
Just
but to
get
think of,
hammered
like,
and not play the show. Like
think of
cancel
how
it
many-
and just move on the
how
tour.
many like stars have just gotten too hammered and they just let them effing go on.
Yeah.
They're like,
Sure.
it's your own reputation.
Right.
Take the stage.
So that's why I'm kind of like, if he was too drunk, like he could have still. But I
Said
don't really
something.
know him.
My
They're
mom.
like, we,
I don't know how loose
they're
cannon
like,
he can
we
be.
literally can't let him go on because
He'll say the
when he's
N-word.
sober,
He'll just
he
start
said
saying
some
the
pretty
N-word.
gnarly stuff.
we can't-
Drunk, we can't.
No
we
chance.
can't chant.
No
Oh.
chance.
My mom saw Elvis when he was like blacked out drunk
Ugh, it's awful.
in
Wow.
concert, and she said he was so bad. He couldn't remember
I
his
love the
own.
murmur.
Suspicious.
She's like, he couldn't even remember his own songs. He kept forgetting what he was doing. She was like, it was so bad.
Sad. It's probably more sad than anything when you think about it.
It was.
you know?
She saw Fat Elvis. You know.
Yeah.
Fel- Elvis.
So it was even more sad.
Yeah. Well, I think it's more
Elvis?
just like ugh,
She saw Felvis.
Elvis. Yeah.
Ew. I don't
Elvis
like
with
that.
the pelvis. Yeah, fat Elvis.
Felvis. Everyone's calling him Felvis. I don't know.
Everyone. I don't know who started it, but it's like the
I
thing.
didn't
Yeah.
start it.
No, it's unfortunately towards the end of his career they just said Felvis.
Hey, Felvis, take the stage. And
Hey,
he's like, you know, that's
Felvis.
not funny. And they're like, whatever, Felvis, get up there.
Whatever you say, Felvis. God,
Oh,
let's
it's not funny.
bully like a freaking 40-year dead like king of rock and roll here on our podcast. You know what's crazy is he never even got a chance to like be on a podcast to like defend
Nope.
himself.
No.
That sucks.
That's kinda
Maybe he
beautiful,
has
though,
some
isn't it?
AI
Oh,
script
AI.
an interview of
I got
Elvis
you.
on
I
a
got
podcast.
you. Don't need AI. Go ahead.
God, I got you.
Hey Elvis.
Oh, how you doing in there?
I'm doing good. How's the afterlife?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Oh, I'll say.
Yeah.
It's kind of going
You see,
foghorn
all that,
leghorn.
you see that shit about Nick Cage, like wearing your jacket and
Nicolas
shit?
Cage. Yeah, he's really treating Priscilla dirty. I don't like the way you do that.
Okay.
Okay, stop. You
Kinda
made it
John-
weird.
Little Johnny Bravo there too.
Yeah, it was a
God.
lot,
My
Johnny
bad.
Bravo.
My bad.
It was very Johnny Bravo heavy. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Elvis was pretty heavy, so cowards.
Oh,
Ah,
Felvis.
boo.
Elvis.
Felvis.
Okay.
Oh, that was good.
Wasn't that
That
good?
was good.
I wasn't sure which one I was gonna hit.
And you got the right one.
We should really label these buttons.
Just
No
memorize the
label
colors.
needed.
Yeah.
No, like
Um,
If you're feeling it,
No,
just
no.
reach down there.
Just
and
reach
pop
down
it
and hit
on.
it. John, I'm really glad you're all caught up on Succession just in time for us to live Succession in real life.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Really?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
This
So-
week, Fox News frontman Tucker Carlson taking the fall for what seems to be all of Fox's crimes,
Yep.
but he seems to be the hitman on this one.
Can we be like real about what happened?
Yeah, let's hear it.
They released. They got they're under whatever investigation.
Yes.
They requested text messages.
Uh-huh.
They released the text messages, and it's basically the Fox people being like, "LOL,
He sucks.
he sucks."
Yeah.
Like basically just like
They
not
get on
being
there, they're
as like
Trump is being robbed of an election. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, they're
oh,
ba-
what?
they're basically like, yeah, he did not win that election, and like we should all know that, but like idiot. It goes back to what we talked about. It's an entertainment source. They're just putting on characters on those
And
shows.
100% Fox News is the one that's receiving at large the money to like feed these stories through the news,
yeah.
right? And so now that's all getting blown up in their face, and they're making Tucker take the hit for it.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like pro Tucker Carlson.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
he's a POS, but
And then who's the CNN guy who got fired?
Don Lemon.
John Lennon back from the dead.
God.
Back, is he here on the podcast?
Hey, you know, I was just talking to Elvis, and I said, why can't I be on the podcast?
Listen, we didn't have Elvis
It's
on
a
the
little Paul
podcast.
McCartney.
We had
Johnny Bravo.
Paul's a little more like this.
But John talks like this.
There you go. There it's
There's
locked
no
in.
limit
Okay,
to
back
what
to
we
the dead.
can.
Back to the dead you go. Thanks.
Back to the dead. Back to the
I
dead.
imagine a better podcast.
You know what?
Goodbye.
Okay, but the details about the Tucker Carlson thing.
Yeah, give it to me.
The voting company that runs the voting machines. That's what they were kind of like honing in on this company that did all the election stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Electronic stuff. And the company was suing Fox for $1 billion
Wow.
for like a defamation, basically, of their company.
Oh yeah, because they would talk about
And-
they're like, it's not safe to go vote at these boxes.
these
You
Right.
shouldn't do
machines.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so Also, the smoking gun, by the way, were those text messages because that was how they were
Absolutely.
able to link that what they were saying isn't actually what they thought.
Dominion.
That it was like a pointed attack.
Yeah.
Because if they hadn't texted that back and forth, there's actually kind of it's a
Plausible
stretch. There's
deniability.
Kind of like a case to say that was my opinion.
That's
You know
what I
I'm saying? Like, that's what I
believed.
thought.
Sure.
But the fact that they had those like corresponding text messages being like, no, you clearly were trying to incite some sort of like falsified
Yes.
information. But
Yes.
So anyways, Fox settled for $700 million with this voting company.
Jeez.
And the next day they ended their relationship.
They did.
You know what makes me so mad?
Huh.
This makes me so mad.
Go ahead.
If you go on the GOP website and you look at what the GOP actually stands for and the things that they really, on as like their directives are like what we want to, get done in America and how we want to do it.
Yeah, get her done.
$700 million, effing easily could have taken care of at least at the very least 10 of those things.
Yeah.
Sure.
$700 million.
course.
Fox News, you want to be a GOP, backing the GOP for everything. How about you actually just put your money where your mouth is and actually just help finish what they want to
Nope.
do?
It's true.
Dang.
Makes me
Falls
so
on deaf
mad.
ears
What does
here.
GOP stand
Not
for?
the Murdoch family.
That's such a good question. I don't know. Republicans.
That's-
No,
I
it's
thought
just
the same
GOP.
thing.
It's something party. General something
The
party.
GRIT
Grand
stands for the
old-
Grand Old Party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
dumbest
I
thing I've
don't
ever
like
heard.
that.
DNC stands for Democratic National
Convention.
Convention, but that's what they go by, right?
Yeah.
They go by DNC or GOP?
The
No.
GOP.
The GOP is Republicans.
Yeah, but the Democrats go by DNC, right?
Yeah. Dems.
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 I don't
Them
know.
dirty Dems.
So they got the Republicans got Tucker Carlson, and we got Don Lemon.
Yeah.
Is that his name? And what happened to Don? What was wrong with him?
Don.
He did the same
Hey.
thing, same scandal.
You think I
No,
watched CNN?
he-
Fox all the way.
There
on.
was someone who was
Wow.
on the presidential candidate list, and it was a woman who was 50. How old was she? She was in her late 50s. And he, on live news, said that any woman past 51 is past her, or maybe she was 51. Any woman 51 or older is past their prime.
Okay.
Which,
Okay.
honestly, for a presidential election,
What? You're out of your mind. I wouldn't trust a woman under 51.
well, because he was saying
Our
like
president's
you
like
mean?
80
in their
something.
people like in
I
their
don't-
prime, men and women in their prime is like 20s and 30s. That's
I
when you
wanna-
have to get started.
Okay,
I'm
who
done.
did he
I
say
want
this to?
I want another hot president. I don't care if it's a girl. I don't care if it's a guy. We need another hot one. 37, baby. Come fresh
Okay.
out the gates right
Oh.
when you could do it.
So
Let's
you're with
go.
you're saying justice for Dom. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, like
I
let's
think
be
I
young,
think it
come
was
on.
I think it was a little bit stupid. But they went off of that
Listen,
and they
51
found more things that he said about it and
Don
Was it-
Lemon has always been very edgy on
All
the
that.
on the Democratic
That's what I say.
side.
Listen.
Democrat,
The Democrats need some
edgy
edginess.
Democrat. What do you mean?
Yeah.
How
Us
edgy?
He's
Republicans,
always
we've
had,
been-
like,
we've
these
been edgy
really
for
public,
years.
like manifesto monologues about the Republicans. Like this very and that. I mean, if you ask me, I feel like the Democratic Party has always tried to be like really concise and like in comparison to the Republican side, which is just like they say whatever the hell they want.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
We've done been edgy over
Like-
here.
Tucker Carlson like actively committing voter fraud and like he
Right.
didn't get let go until he like lost the company money.
Yeah,
Right.
until they're like crap.
You know
now
what
we're
I'm
getting sued. Tucker.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Take it, Tuck.
I don't know that it was like that edgy, but I feel like maybe CNN was like, he's not really following, like he's not really in our brand anymore. You know what I'm saying? Which is like
Right.
we kind of ride the line a little bit, not necessarily like trying to take hard stances on everything. You know,
Sure.
He had a lot of. I felt like I saw a lot of those clips where he was like, and rightfully so. Like he obviously is speaking up for something that maybe that needs to maybe be heard.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as a network like CNN, you're probably like, he's a little too divisive for us. You
he
know?
in this
Yeah.
interview he said that he had a show last Friday. He did his morning show and they fired him after that.
Talking
with
about
no,
Don?
with no warning.
Or Tucker.
Don.
I
Like,
imagine
Tucker knew it was coming. He knew
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
he had to know.
his days were numbered.
Tucker, you should run for president. You'd be great. Now the
That
now
is
the
crazy.
Democrats know that you don't believe the crazy crap you're saying.
I was gonna say, I feel like now
Now
at
you're
this
like the
point
best
it's
of both
like
worlds.
Yeah,
he
is the moderate.
well, it's still it goes to
No.
show that he knew how ridiculous what he was saying was and he still did it. So does that make him a better person or does that
He's
make
trying
him
to get a
Makes
paycheck,
him
man.
American president. is what
Right.
makes him.
He
Right.
he is going to be the next host of Wait for it.
Go ahead.
Wait for it.
Uh-oh.
The Apprentice.
Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, R.I.P. that guy.
Yikes.
Len
You really know how to bring it
Goodman.
down, huh?
That
Len
is
Goodman.
called
Len
a
Goodman was
segue.
75, I think, and he died.
Was
How'd
he
he
the
die?
one? Was he the British guy that goes
Yes.
7?
Yes.
Get, like,
No, we didn't give 7s every time.
No,
Every
we
time.
always
Best or
gave like
something, what?
4s.
He just
Sad.
he gave up.
he just died.
I don't know
Jeez.
how I wasn't
Oh
there.
my gosh.
Hold on.
Annie, this podcast isn't about facts. It's just like what we
Guys,
heard.
We
Damn, that's
are
true.
the Fox News
We
of
are-
podcasting.
Okay.
The Fox. I love that branding.
No,
the GOP,
please don't
the Grand
quote
Old
that.
Podcast.
Don't, could you blur me out this episode?
Oh, he
No.
died. He died in he was in hospice.
Yeah, it's
So
so
he's
bad.
old.
No.
He's old, yeah.
That sucks.
He had been diagnosed with bone cancer.
Normally people die at like 78. That's
78.
That's rough.
Yep.
That is
Sad.
rough.
Cool.
Man.
So show over, I guess.
He was
Great
formerly
job,
a
guys.
judge. Have you heard of the show Strictly Come Dancing? It was the
No.
British version of
One more
Dancing
time?
with the Strictly Come Dancing.
Oh, okay.
It was the British show
So interesting.
like years and years ago. And it was pretty much like Dancing with the Stars, but it wasn't
That
like
was when he was in
celebrities.
his prime.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
Guys.
He was a judge on
Dang.
Okay.
that.
Circling back to TikTok.
Tiki talkie.
Tickety
We
talk.
always do.
Tickety talk.
Let's hear it.
I sent it to you guys. I saw a crazy video.
uh-huh.
And then I deep dived off of this video into,
The comment
Just-
section or what?
no, just like the absolute power of the internet.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was a video of this girl at a Texas baseball game. And she's like taking a video of herself. She's trying to take pictures of herself. And the girls sitting behind, like 2 rows behind her, start flipping her off and making fun of her. And they're like saying how she's lame. And they're making fun of
Oh,
her. In the
gosh.
video she posted is she's like, watch me lose all my self-confidence as like these girls like are being mean girls.
Dang. How old were these high schoolers? Or?
No, they all looked like they were in like their mid to early 20s. Like,
Okay.
So
So,
they're,
not
like, they're
high schoolers, but
adults.
not.
they're
well,
not like
kind
super
of.
old, but like
Sure.
they're
They
grown
definitely
enough
looked
not to
20.
bully.
Fresh out of
21.
college.
Yeah, grown
Fresh
enough
out
not
of
to bully.
college.
The internet came to this girl's
Yeah,
defense
it
in
always
an
does.
insane way. Like they hunted these girls down.
Oh,
they
shit.
found
names.
where they worked.
Liz is one of them.
Liz. I went. So
Not
I
that I know
fully.
that.
I saw on one of the TikTok comments. It was like, "This is where she works," and I was like, "That's not good
God.
that they found that." So then I went. I went to the website of the business. It had a one star review, and I said, "Oh, that's not good." I click on it. Almost 1,000 1-star reviews.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
And all of them had been in the
need
last
to
like
fire
30
Lizzie.
hours.
So bad.
All
need
of
to fire
them
Liz.
was you need to fire. You're like, this place, employs bullies and all this stuff. The next morning I went back on to be like, are we at like 1 million of these? Like I need to know.
oh.
And the company had contacted Google and gotten them down. They were back to 5 stars. And this company has like 2 locations.
Okay.
And so then I go in the other location. That location has like a ton of 1-star reviews too. And then it's all these people being like, guys, we have the wrong place. It's the one in Texas. Like you have to go to
Oh
the
my
other one. Go
God.
to the other one
So
quickly.
crazy.
we did it, internet.
We did- we
saved the
did it,
day.
Joe.
We stopped bullying.
And then Cardi B tweeted about it.
oh.
She tweeted the video and she's because the girl's wearing this like giant ring in it.
Okay.
She's like, I would have put that ring to good use. And
My God.
It's a World Series ring
okay, sure.
replica.
Whoa.
It was
Okay.
it was
it's
just
like
like
a big fatty. It's like
yeah, it's huge. And the question it poses, right, is like,
Who do
what's-
we stand for?
Yeah, like
yeah.
Are we team bullied or are we team
team-
bullies?
yeah,
Because
like-
right now,
side.
like
truly,
millions of
I don't-
bullies or one bully.
like, is the punishment equal to the crime? Honestly, I don't think so. I do not
mean-
think so.
no.
Absolutely not. The punishment being ruin your life, like ruin
be
your place
bullies.
of business, freaking get DDoS attacked online. Like, really? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so
Imagine like your employer who's probably it was like a real estate company.
Yeah,
Your employer who's
sure.
probably way past their prime, 52. She comes in,
Yeah.
good. Nice. Nice tie back. Nice
she
call back to
comes
that.
in and she's like, "Hey Liz,
Hey, Liz.
hope you had a good weekend.
Hey, Liz.
Something happened with our reviews. I was just like, I don't know if you knew what
What
it was
are all these
about."
about this, Liz? And she's like,
And then
no.
imagine having to be like, "Oh, yeah, that's from a video some random girl posted." Okay, I see the video. No, she Google's
No,
like,
she,
"It's a video."
it's not like she tagged her. She probably didn't even know she was in this video.
But The internet knew.
No,
The
because that
internet
was the whole
knew.
thing is they were making fun of her for recording a video. They're
Yes.
like, oh, look
No,
at this girl.
okay.
Like, oh, she's posting a video.
But not Liz is the bully.
Yeah.
Am I correct? Liz
Yeah.
and her friend.
Yeah.
Sure, but
So Liz doesn't even know that this video has been posted, let alone has a following until a day later where people are freaking like dropping
Knocking
her
at her
home
door.
address on
There's-
like Twitch or whatever.
There is like videos of people who grew up with her who are like, "Is this you?" Question mark.
Oh
and
my
it's just
God.
like pictures of her from childhood.
You guys do know they have a part 1 and part 2 apology up right now, right?
No, I did not.
dang. Just give us a small snippet.
Time to get back to y'all. We were college students with jobs and a life, and we just didn't have.
You don't
time
have a life.
For the media,
You didn't have time
honestly.
for the biggest internet scandal you've ever been a part of?
Hey
You're out of your
Hold on,
mind.
hold on.
Before we start this video, I did just want to clarify that there is nothing else out there coming from us. No apology letter. That is not me. Any fake.
Gotta clear out
Okay,
the
whatever.
fake
Okay,
news.
okay.
skipping,
yeah.
I'm
Skip to the
skipping.
meat. Skip to the
Yeah.
meat. Do we care?
No,
Yeah,
we
shut
do
up.
not care.
There's
We
a
do
part
not
1
care.
and a part
Okay.
2. Let's just look at the comments.
I-
Okay.
this is
First of all,
terrible
they didn't
reporting.
apologize. They gaslit.
Talk about, are we pro the bullies? Are we pro?
Yeah.
It's a classic Liz versus Jackie kind of situation.
Listen,
Go ahead, Andy.
Eddie, you got it.
like pro, not in the way that's like you should bully. Those girls are wrong to have done that in
Yeah.
that situation. The internet is wrong to then go find out where they live and
Yes.
post their houses for people like Ryan to go drive by and take pictures of. A
Andy,
little star tour.
go ahead, Judd. Go
A little
ahead,
star,
Judd.
a little star
Hold on.
tour.
Hold on. And this is Liz's house. I got it. Let's go. Let's go to the Catch Me Outside girl's house next,
God.
please. I'd like to go there instead.
Just as funny.
The famous
Almost
bullies.
funnier that time. Almost funnier that time.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
This is
I'd like to
crazy.
go to the Catch Me Outside.
How about that, girl?
How about that, girl?
I
house?
think there's a healthy amount of bullying that has to exist in the world.
Yeah, you're pro bully.
Yeah, pro bully, sure.
Okay.
Sure. If the punishment for bullying is
getting socially
getting
annihilated.
got,
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, here's her address. Go and do
What,
whatever you
right-
want. Go
what
throw
you-
rocks through her window. That's crazy.
You think that like what? So you're saying you think the world has a bunch of wusses in it?
Okay.
And that
I
they need to be
specifically know
bullied.
that you definitely
I
said there's a
did
bunch of
not
wusses
say
in this
that.
world.
Annie, that's your
Where's the
brand.
audio, huh?
That's
not even
your
here.
brand.
Can't
Whoa.
prove it.
Can't prove it. Never
Can't prove
happened.
it. Dang.
She's right.
Pro
She's
bully.
right.
Wow. The lost tapes of this show is just my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing.
It's a lost 10-minute
It doesn't happen
tape.
that often.
No,
you
I
lose
think-
footage.
I think we could
So
probably
good.
count on one hand, maybe 1.5 hands, how many times it's happened to us.
Wouldn't
I
one
mean,
and a
this
half
is, this
hands
is,
be two
I would
hands?
say this is the worst one for sure.
Right?
Yeah, definitely. Well,
We never
yeah.
lost like big. This is the first big chunk.
We've lost entire audio before, haven't we?
No.
Maybe, but we had the. Okay, wow, that was a lot.
Oh
we had the audio. In
gosh.
lighter news, I'd like to let you guys know about another story that I saw in the news. Okay,
Go ahead, John.
very important. Is it Boomafoo?
Yep. You know what, John? You're actually, believe it or not, a year late to this.
No, is it Boomafoo's daughter? Oh, is that what it is? Is it an old article?
It
It's
happened
from
last year.
2019.
It's
No,
from-
it's from 2019.
Zabumafu, bless his heart, may he
Died
rest in
in
peace.
2020.
But his lineage continues on, and in
Yeah, his
2019,
granddaughter.
in 2019, he had a son, and in
Okay.
2022, he
Yes.
gave. Well, he didn't give birth, but his child gave birth to a lovely
Awesome.
little girl.
Yeah, I think that's sweet. Don't you remember that show? It was
Listen,
awesome.
oh, do I remember Zaboomafoo? Yes.
Go
Ryan,
ahead.
It came
give us
up
the theme
recently. Oh yeah, hit us with the theme
While
song.
walking in the woods one day, cousin Mom saw something strange. A little leaping lemur who liked to dance and play.
I'll say this: it's. You were wondering why he remembers that, or who was remembering? Like one of you
Cara
guys.
was judging him for knowing it.
Yeah,
I feel like your family though is so good at remembering like music and
yeah.
stuff like that. Because your brother does
Sure.
the whole like basically
Can
performs
quote
the entire
all of
movie.
yeah,
which is
Yeah.
crazy.
But do you remember all of Arthur?
Oh, I could do Arthur. Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet
Arthur was one we
has an
watched a
original
lot.
point of view. Yeah, of course.
yeah,
We
That was
watched
good.
a lot of before Disney Channel, before Nickelodeon. We watched a lot of KPBS.
Well, that
And
was
we watched-
everyone, right?
It was Arthur, and it would go ahead.
Sorry. No, have you seen those videos of like the Republican parents being like, how the hell did I raise such a, a Democrat? And it literally is like, it just has like the flashes of all the PBS
All the
shows
kids
that
show.
they
They like love other people.
It's like libraries.
Sesame
and PBS.
Street. We watched a lot of Sesame
That was
Street.
the best thing the Democratic Party ever invested in was like those TV shows.
They're like, we're
that
going to
seemed
raise the
harmless.
next generation.
Totally.
We're going to get them when they turn 18. They're going to be
Yeah.
friends.
Dude, Sesame Street was always like that because it came out so Sesame Street started in the 70s, right? And it was so groundbreaking because it was showing a lot of like multiracial people on TV at the time and like kids.
Yeah.
And like it would integrate a lot of like, black and white people together, and it was like such this groundbreaking thing.
The 70s
to
is
show
like
on
the first
TV.
time they got cameras into that neighborhood. But yeah.
What are you talking about? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Like
Explain
Sesame
that.
Street's always been there. It's just like the first time that like,
They got cameras into Sesame Street. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Oh,
like-
you're saying Sesame Street was there and it was a great place.
And everyone lived
but then
there.
they started doing the show.
Well, they finally brought awareness to Sesame Street.
Okay.
I
So
don't
who's
get it. I
gonna
don't
who's
get
gonna
it.
go ahead and tell Frog and Toad that they're gay?
Oh, you guys
Oh,
see this? They're making a Frog and Toad show.
Really?
They're making
Frog and Toad
a
cartoon?
new series.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
looks so good.
But well, let's go back to your comment about the whole them being gay thing.
Oh,
What is that?
they're definitely
Oh,
lovers.
well, the whole thing is like,
Because that's
They're
what
best
that
friends.
confused me, right?
do you know how like
What?
in history books
they're
like,
neighbors.
They're
they're
what?
like, and Napoleon had a long-time best friend that lived with him. You know how like
Yeah.
history books will
Like
do
Eleanor
that?
Roosevelt and whatnot.
Yeah, totally. They're like,
Oh,
and they
totally.
were best friends. That's kind
And
of like
they
Frog
had
and
love
Toad for
notes
kids.
because
Like,
they were friends.
yeah.
Really good friends. Such good friends.
They're like
Right,
these
love notes.
these two old queens that live out in the forest
Yep.
and like bake cookies together and go swimming and they're friends. You don't know Frog and Toad?
No.
It's
no,
so
I
funny.
don't know
In
that
the
it's-
there's a
coming out.
trailer for it, and in the trailer, when the voiceover says, "Frog and Toad, these two good friends," during that part, they decided to cut the clip where he picks up a cookie
And he winks at Toad.
right when they say
It's
"good
so funny.
friends." Wink.
Oh my gosh.
It's one of those things like you ever see like what's his name, Peter Rabbit, or like those old school like Velvet books.
The Velveteen Rabbit.
Sure.
Where'd you just pull that out of? Oh my god.
I'm thinking of like
Amazing.
Max and Ruby.
Um,
Ruby and Max.
Sure. Sure. They were brother and
That
sister,
animation.
so kind of different.
That animation.
Yeah, back in the day.
They're
Man,
brothers and sisters,
back in the day,
slightly different.
so
Go ahead.
much simpler. You know, they didn't have AI trying to convince us to, you know, sell nuclear secrets and whatnot. Like
Yeah.
it was just a simpler time when the Democrats were brainwashing us as children.
You know,
And,
Arthur.
you know,
Democrats had that
Arthur's
really nice
scared.
program.
Arthur's scared all the little kids that every single hat you're ever gonna borrow from
Has
someone has
lice.
lice.
1,000%. Terrified me
Magic
forever.
School Bus scared me of taking off my helmet in space. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, well, that's good. That's a good fear.
the only
Yeah.
episode
Seen that
I really
episode.
remember is the one when they go inside of what's his face to
Ralphie.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because he's sick.
because he's
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
That one was a weird
Okay,
one.
well, let's think about this, right? Like Miss
Miss
Frizzle.
Frizzle.
Those
Eh,
those field trips are not sanctioned.
no way.
After
No,
one, they'd be
definitely
like,
not.
"We're hey, Miss Frizzle, you can't do
Hey,
this anymore."
hey,
You
she
can't-
could be
By the way,
she could
get
be
your
home.
hand off the lever.
She could be
right now.
homeschooling.
Get it off.
She could have
No,
her
there's
own
clearly-
private
Did
school.
we hear? Did
There's
we hear
clearly
about?
a school, but there's I think maybe one class in the
Yes,
school, so
yep.
maybe it's
Yeah.
like a small
It's her
town
own
kind of
school.
situation where they're like, yeah, Miss Frizzle's the teacher. She just takes them out on wacky adventures, and then the kids come home and they harvest the pasture.
not from New
or
York.
something.
Plot twist.
Does it feel like
Here's
your school?
Even darker turn. It's
Haha.
an orphanage, and Miss Frizzle's just the person that takes care of all the kids.
And they're all no,
And she
even
tries to
darker
get them to
turn.
escape from their terrible lives by saying, "We're gonna go on this magic school bus."
Even
Both
darker
parents.
turns. None of the kids exist. Miss Frizzle's on crack, and she's imagining
She's on
all of
Alcohol
this.
Boulevard. typically.
No.
She's on
like,
Alcohol
"Come
Boulevard
kids,
on
get the
crack.
bus."
Get
It's
on
like-
the bus,
Okay.
and it's just a cardboard box.
That
and she's
but
like,
different. That but different. All the kids have like shared trauma from whatever,
Oh.
maybe a
The
nuclear
cult.
explosion. And Miss Frizzle
Chernobyl.
is fake, and they all like
Their
they're like,
group,
oh, we're
like-
going on these like
Yeah.
amazing journeys.
Adventure.
There's no Miss
Delusional.
Frizzle.
Oh my
It's it's a ghost.
Okay, but
That's
isn't
what
that,
I need.
Isn't
I need
that the
that
same theory about Phineas and Ferb?
What?
Isn't there a theory that
Like Candace
Phineas
is
and
insane if Phineas
Yeah.
and Ferb don't exist. It's all her
Yes.
imagination.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking, I want to hit teachers real fast. Well, that's
Go ahead, hit 'em.
Cut that
on
together.
that subject. Meghan Trainor had an episode of her podcast.
I saw this.
And she was talking to Trisha Paytas, her and her brother, and they all got on the topic of like teachers that they had that really negatively affected them as kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Meghan Trainor makes this statement, keeps it in, just says F teachers.
Yeah.
Point
said F
blank
teachers.
F teachers.
Yikes.
And she opened up, she's like, well, I'm homeschooling, like F teachers. Like point blank.
But you are the teacher.
And so she's since apologized. She was like, I was talking in that moment about, like, which I could get, like, you're in
A specific teacher. They were trash talking teachers, so it kind of tracked.
Teachers that were bad in their life, had bad effects.
So she like,
F teachers, whatever,
She apologized because she was like, I understand that teachers go through literally school shootings today.
Yeah, she was
and
like
Yeah.
But it's not Meghan Trainor's. It's almost like we're taking a thing that she said on a podcast out of context. That's so strange that we would do that. The internet.
But here's the thing, too, right? Because they're like, oh, like, because then all these teachers were like, hey, Meghan Trainor, when you say F teachers, when you say F teachers, this is what you're saying that to. And it's like all these like I can't make enough money to eat, but I, come and I make sure that I'm willing to risk my life for everyone else, which is like such an intense. That's so intense, and teachers are not compensated for the the literal hell they go through, and it's insane. But at the same time, I was like, I feel like we're fighting the wrong the wrong jet. Like,
Totally. I'm so
Like,
sick.
what are we doing?
I'm so sick of that. Like that whole thing. Like we're virtue signaling.
Yeah.
Like who gives a crap about Meghan Trainor? Like if she is like the worst, she'll fall into obscurity. But like why do we
interviewing Trisha
like
Paytas,
okay, then let's go get the guillotine.
about it.
Yeah. It's not like we're like at the Library of Congress right now. It's freaking Trisha Paytas. It's the worst.
Let's go back. Like, guillotine, yes or no?
Okay.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Terrible.
Good. I'm glad we're on the same page.
I had to read the room first. I had to read the room first.
Yeah, I'm glad we're on the same
Heads
page.
roll. I say heads roll.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it made things a lot faster.
Gosh.
True.
Justice
You're not
You know-
wrong.
You
You're
know
not
what
wrong.
got the guillotine this last week? Bed Bath and Beyond.
They did.
Dude, they're done.
When was the last time you were in a Bed Bath and Beyond?
But don't you have memories as a kid going through there? Like
No.
did you ever go
Oh,
through one of
yeah.
those?
The
I feel
last
it's
time-
The
so
walls
much.
of towels.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
The
it felt
last
like
time
forever.
I went to a Bed Bath and Beyond, I was shopping for my apartment in college.
Exactly.
My, my freshman year of college.
There's a time for everything.
I think
okay?
I've been into a Bed Bath and Beyond once, but I have memories of it from
Yes.
watching Click.
Okay, let's go.
And Bewitched, the movie with Will Ferrell and Nicole Kidman starts in a Bed Bath & Beyond.
Bed Bath and Beyond, man.
But yeah, if you have coupons.
They
Coupons.
were
If you
so
have
good at selling-
coupons, you can use them by May 8th.
Oh.
You can still
Oh, you got
use
the
gift
full scoop.
cards.
I
You
just
still
got
get the 20% off.
one-liner.
You can still use your gift cards for the next
Man,
couple months.
you
But
know
the
what else?
the coupons, the 20% offs, you have to use by May 8th.
Is that a thing? Like they're
Oh,
known for
yeah.
their coupons?
They like send you these giant blue
Yeah, the big blue
oh,
ones.
yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that's like the whole branding thing.
You
know
should
what
call
else
you should
got
call
the
Tanya
guillotine?
because I bet she has
What's
some.
up?
I'm sure she does.
David's Bridal.
Oh,
Wait,
David's
what?
Bridal.
Bridal filed for bankruptcy.
Didn't you work there?
No, I worked at a different
okay,
bridal
that's a
shop.
different one.
David's
have-
Bridal?
Yeah, they employ about 10,000 employees.
Okay.
And they have said that in this whole finagle they're doing, they're planning on laying off about 9,000.
Oh,
Well, yeah, you have
for
to,
it.
right?
Like,
I mean,
wow.
90% of their employees.
How's David holding up?
He's a wreck.
David.
Can't get a
And
statement from him.
He has just been
He's crying.
inconsolable.
Inconsolable.
It's my bridal.
But also we. You gonna go to
It's
his house
my
too?
bridal.
It's
David,
my wedding.
David.
I can cry if I
David,
want
it's
to.
okay. We just got to lay off 9,000 people.
No.
My
Keep 'em on.
bridal.
It's more like David, take the pay cut of the $4 million a year you get.
He's like,
Yeah.
well, that's
Or-
not going to happen.
He's like, I can't. I have to live off of that.
Yeah, that's all I have
It's my
to live off
What am I
of.
gonna be, a teacher?
Think about for 1 second. $4 million. That's all you have to live off for
That's
1
it.
year.
That's it.
That's crazy. You're out of your mind.
Insane.
What's their jingle?
David's
bridal. Your
I know that the ending-
David's bridal.
I know the ending goes like that. David's Bridal.
That was crazy.
Is there an actual jingle?
No,
I think
that's
so.
not a jingle.
Yes, there is.
There's certainly
out
a
of your
s-
mind.
there's
on the
certainly a
radio.
song on the.
It's on the radio.
It's not a David's bridal song. No way.
There's a
no
there's a
David
jingle.
Bridal
Prove
jingle.
it.
No,
Yes,
no.
there is.
Oh, yeah, it's-
John is
It's
gonna
not a David's bridal song.
John's gonna sing it for us.
It's not David's song. You know what I'm saying?
It's his bridal
Yeah, it's
song.
"Don't Stop Believing." They just like dub it in.
Don't stop.
David's bridal. It's not David's song.
Not David's song. It's ridiculous.
That's exactly
All
what
right.
I did.
I said it's Bed Bath & Beyond, to be honest. So I'm definitely out. I started singing Bed Bath & Beyond. Like, they have a theme song. I just sang theirs.
Oh gosh.
That's
I
what I
didn't,
did.
I didn't think it went brighter. I thought it went.
Okay.
Dear
Now we're
love,
getting into
David's
semantics.
bridal.
We're getting into
That's what
semantics.
I
That's the
did.
same. That's the
I
same
did
thing
both.
to me.
I did both.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
Wow.
I got my
This
first.
episode is been
My
a
first-
whirlwind. We
my
had our
first
best
prom
9 minutes
dress.
ever, and we lost
We
it.
lost.
Yeah. Well, my first prom dress was from David's bridal. I still have
wow.
it.
Never.
It's
well,
rough.
I've been into David's bridal, but
It's rough.
You'd never step.
It's the
I would never
competition.
step
It's
foot
bad.
in a
Not
David's
anymore.
bridal.
You're free from the bridal.
I'm
industry.
free.
Well, who's got the last laugh now?
You signed a non-compete for like what, 10 years or something like that? Can't go
I'm
back?
free.
I did sign a non-compete for.
What?
Yeah.
I just made that up. That's
That's
No,
crazy.
I 1,000% did.
Remember, she had things that she couldn't tell us.
Yeah.
I know.
How
those
does that work
things.
with being a wedding planner now? Can you like
Oh.
No, I can't open like a competing bridal shop.
with
For
the
how many
secrets that you
years? Like
have?
2 or
Yeah.
something?
No, it's
yeah,
indefinite.
I think
Gotta-
it, no, I think it
your
was
whole
like
life.
5. Like it was
Oh,
quite a few.
yeah.
Sucks.
Your whole life.
That was
Yeah.
like when I worked at Starbucks. Literally had to sign. You are not
non-compete.
allowed to work at a competing coffee chain while you're working at Starbucks.
A
And
chain,
if you do,
or
you
what
will
about
be
like a
fired. Pretty
what about
much.
like a one and done kind of shop? Like if you got a job moniker at the same time.
I think they'd probably still count that
That's
because it's still a
crazy.
coffee
I
shop.
hate that mermaid.
That
Did you guys hear?
Got that
Well, it
mermaid.
kinda
They're
makes sense,
serving up
though.
olive oil lattes. Have you guys seen
it's
these?
making people shit.
Yes.
Is it?
Because
you haven't heard
it's
that?
a mix
No.
of olive oil, which is something that makes you poop.
Yes, I've
and
heard of
coffee.
It's like
Of
olive
course.
oil. Olive oil has been used as like a natural laxative for a very long time.
Thousands of years, probably.
And they so they put olive oil in their coffee.
Rough.
And then people are like,
Wow.
"Oh my god, I had to go to the bathroom so like I literally shit my pants." and it's like, and Starbucks is like,
They're like,
"Oh,
actually,
what?"
can we get a different cut? Don't say shit your pants, okay? This time just say it was a great latte.
That was John Starbucks there.
John Starbucks,
David
the mermaid.
Starbucks, yeah.
John
David
Mermaid.
Yeah, they started it in like the Italian Starbucks.
Olieto.
Yeah, in Olieto. And I kind
Olieto.
of want to try it.
I do too,
I-
but I literally
I can
all I've
make you
heard
it.
is that it tastes like olive oil.
Wait,
Guys,
can you
I
get it
fully I
here?
know how to
Yes,
make it.
any Starbucks.
Go ahead, Annie.
Okay, I know what we're doing
You
after
take
the podcast.
1 part coffee.
Okay.
You go to Starbucks, you get a latte, vanilla latte,
Okay,
normal
got it.
good latte. I take half a cup of olive
Half
oil.
a cup.
Holy
And I
shit.
just
You're out of your
blend
mind.
that. I plug your nose,
You
put the whole
blend
damn
it?
thing in your throat.
Whoa.
One
you
shot.
swallow it, done.
No, because they have special olive oil.
Okay, wait.
You blend it
Andy
up.
goes,
I can't
go
just
to the store,
enjoy it?
I
I
got
have to-
laxative.
We should
some
try
coffee,
We should try the one
put a
that's in a
little
cold
dash of
foam.
olive oil in
You're
there.
okay. Well, the best way to do it is a coffee enema. So like,
You know, I can't explain that without.
not on the podcast.
That
No,
would be crazy.
no.
That would be
And people are like,
No, of
why
course
do
not.
I have to go to the bathroom so bad? Gosh, idiots.
Idiots. Idiots. This show is so poisonous. Bad for your health,
Right? Are you
really.
excited?
I'm excited to do that. Yeah.
Are you really
sure.
excited? John,
What-
are you excited
What
for
am I
next
excited
week?
for
next week.
for next
What's
week?
Kara's
next
not
week?
excited because she can't come.
What's next?
I think
Oh,
you
the
mean
freaking
Friday.
Rodeo.
Friday.
It's the rodeo. Dude, we got to shoot it back for that. I don't know, Ryan. You think
We?
that's good quality?
John,
we?
have you ever been to
What's
the
we?
rodeo?
No, I've never been to the rodeo.
I've also never been to the
Two
rodeo.
novice rodeos. Rodeo.
I'm ready to
Rode-
jump on the
Rode-
bull, though.
Bros. Rody bros.
Rodeo.
Rodeo.
We're calling it that. Wait,
Road
wait. Can we cut that
Is
out of the
there,
podcast?
okay, is there not a freaking rodeo on Saturday night?
Oh.
Not that our other friends are. I can't on Saturday night. I'm busy.
To be fair, Kara,
I'm
you're,
busy
you're really
too.
booked up with the show.
You guys,
So
I
it's
got-
really hard
I
to
got the
find
cowboy
things that
boots.
works, you know what I'm saying?
And you know what?
Can I borrow 'em?
There'll be another rodeo,
Can I
and we'll go to
borrow 'em?
those ones.
And that is when we'll go to the rodeo.
And
all
then
four of
we've
us.
all been to rodeos, and they'll not be so novice.
Have you been before, Kara?
No.
Well, then we're all going because it's your first rodeo.
We're
and you
celebrating
get all the
Kara's first
attention,
rodeo.
I almost went to
Listen.
a rodeo in Texas.
guys.
Yeah.
That's
This
the
Cool.
place
is
to go. And
when I was a kid
Didn't
back
happen.
in the day. My dream was to marry a rodeo star.
Oh no.
No way.
Oh,
No
yeah.
way.
Would you settle for a rodeo clown?
No.
No, because they're all old. Maybe a young one, like one like way under their prime.
Right.
Like
Not
they
like
can have
bozo.
When is the prime for rodeo clowns?
Do they have rodeo clowns?
Well, like
anymore?
all
Over
like all
50,
people.
like
50.
past your prime.
Between 55 and 60
Yeah.
only, and then after that, you're
done.
You're done.
Yeah.
But before, you're like not ready. So
No.
Well, yeah, you have to be willing to die.
You have to have seen some things.
I wonder how many rodeos have lost their clown mid rodeo.
Well, do
like-
they even do that anymore? That's what I'm
Oh
thinking.
yeah,
they
they
do.
have a little
Oh, yeah.
barrel. They hide in the barrel in the middle.
It's
and the
something about the
listen, you guys,
colors
you wouldn't
that
know.
make the
You
bulls
wouldn't
all
know.
freaked out,
I think
right?
it's
just
one of those
someone to
things that they
distract
just
them.
do now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
It's like tradition.
yeah.
Tradition.
But back in the day, I was like, Mom, I want to marry a rodeo man. And she was like,
Really?
No, you
She's
don't.
like,
And I was like,
maybe raise your standards.
she was like,
How
wow,
about a
bare
doctor
effing
or,
minimum.
I don't know, anything else.
Yeah, no, they knew I was aiming for
Sounds like you have a
bottom
lot
of the barrel. That's a rodeo thing. You
the
wouldn't get
bottom
it.
of the barrel.
Okay.
You wouldn't get it.
Sounds
barrel
like
racing.
you have a lot of
barrels.
history with the not
Rodeo
the barrels.
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 Well, with the
With the
rodeo.
barrels specifically.
But
Listen, this
sounds like the barrels too.
I wish I could sign you guys up for the stick horse race. Unfortunately, there's an age
Oh,
cap.
the age gap. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
a lawsuit waiting to happen.
I'm thinking maybe I just get you guys stick horses and the two of you race.
My nephews have stick.
I would like that. Thank you.
Just bring them.
Perfect. We're gonna bring those.
Can I bring my own hat? Like if I have a hat, can I wear it?
Absolutely.
What about
Really?
like boots?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll wear boots.
Okay,
Ryan,
follow
you're
up
going
question.
to Lakeside. People wear cowboy boots every day.
Follow up question.
Uh-huh.
If I don't show up with a hat or boots, will they be provided for me?
No.
Okay.
But if you don't show up with your Justice for Tucker Carlson shirt,
Oh wow.
you might.
It's gonna be one of those rodeos, huh?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Every rodeo is one of those rodeos. Come
We're
on.
having a moment of silence for Tucker Carlson's career. Please hold.
Arms of
It's
the
a moment of
angels.
silence.
We're
doesn't
we're
count.
having
You
the
sing in
silence, or that's
silence.
gonna happen at
That's
the
gonna
rodeo.
happen at the rodeo.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Got it.
I imagine. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I've never been, so
I don't know.
I know.
I've never been in.
I think this will be your first rodeo.
Okay, well, don't hype it up.
I think
Okay, it doesn't sound like you're
I
hyping
think
it up.
this
Actually,
will be your first rodeo.
you'll be
Well,
there, and you will
And
be
it will
there.
be
It'll be
and it'll be
great.
your first.
And
You're so non-specific about it. I love
do
it.
you? I was going to go in a different direction, and then I pivoted mid start,
Good
mid sentence.
call. Always good to see.
What are
growing
you
your
guys
brand.
most excited about with the rodeo?
I don't even know what to expect. I know. Here's. I'll answer your question in a different way.
Okay.
Here's what I expect to see at the rodeo.
Don't insult my culture like
Cattle
that.
roping. Okay, is there cattle roping?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, will there be 10-gallon hats?
Oh, absolutely.
Barbecue?
Sure.
Little barbecue going
A
on?
little bit. Not
Things to eat.
not
Do
what
you
you think.
do you eat at the rodeo?
It's kind of like it's not as good as like Petco Park, but it's kind of like fair food. Like they have like
They're presented
hot
by
dog
by
stands
Texas
and-
Roadhouse. Remember that. So
Oh.
it is
I love TRH.
okay, guys.
Okay.
Huge fan.
Last week we freaking
okay, maybe it's a good thing I'm not going.
yeah.
Maybe it is.
No,
Maybe that's
okay,
good.
wait a minute. Backtrack, guys.
Backtrack.
TRH destroyed us.
We talked about that last week, didn't we?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not ready to forgive him yet.
Oh well, I am. So
I was ready
This
to
Friday.
film the next day. You know.
they got those rolls ready for me.
I think the problem, very specifically, I think we went too hard with the margaritas. I think if we had pulled that back, Texas Roadhouse does usually for a very cheap price fill us up.
And that's because we order 5 appetizers and they're all fried.
And
Different
you immediately
vegetables.
feel like shit.
That's what I'm
afterwards.
That
Not me.
That's
I don't
true.
normally.
it sent me into a spiral because of that more than anything. I think
Yeah.
with the
So we're gonna sway over
for all you
to
guys.
yeah. So
Dave's
we're
Hot
going
Chicken?
to Chili's this week. I mean, that's us every damn week.
Chili's.
We're gluttons for punishment. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gluttons for punishment.
Okay,
Isn't that what
Pretty
life's
much.
about,
But
though?
like-
Like what? You want to eat a salad every week? That's so
I-
lame.
You need a
maybe
little
once a
punishment.
week.
Without any sort
Yeah,
of
but that can
punishment in
happen
life, you're a
not
wussy.
not on our day that we're hanging out.
Got it.
Eat healthy for 6 of the other days of the week. And
Hey,
on
Kara,
one
he's
night,
adding you right now.
Are you already
He's
doing that, John?
subtweeting
Is that
you
what
in
you're
person.
saying?
Yeah,
I know.
I'm the pinnacle of health.
You guys,
I'm
we
not
had
here eating salad.
we
I
had
can stop
a
anytime I
freaking
want.
bomb dinner yesterday. We got carne asada from Trader Joe's, tortillas, lettuce, tomato, black beans. Ryan made homemade Mexican rice,
John, you've
and we made carne
floated.
asada tacos.
You've
It was
floated in
freaking
the past
bomb.
wanting to start cooking. Trader Joe's is absolutely a place
They
to
have the
start doing that.
easiest packs of meat.
Oh, really? You're done with
So
that now?
easy.
All about the
That was-
frozen meals?
That was part of his brand like 2 months ago. He's
That's
moved
crazy.
on.
Whoa.
Yeah, my
The
brain
brand's
moves
evolved.
so quicker than most
Fine.
things
So
around
much more
here.
Here you
quicker.
go. There is a frozen box at Trader Joe's of green curry, and it is bomb. You put it in the microwave. So good.
Sounds
Can I
great.
say my biggest regret in life is teaching pass to you because you've weaponized it worse than anyone in my entire life. Me starting to say pass has absolutely blown up in my face.
It really has.
As it should.
Yeah.
The bullies become bullied.
Yeah. Well, consider me bullied.
But you know what you took from
Good.
you know what you took from my side of the family?
Pass.
Is
No.
that I don't get it. You use that. You weaponize that.
That's funny.
Pretty hard.
That is funny.
Because my
Pass-
brother does that, and
It
even
is
that,
the
you know,
most demeaning.
Yeah.
That and pass two really has turned into that too. Where pass.
I don't get
It's
it.
so poison in my mouth. It's rough.
You use pass two against me. Come on.
I think there's
don't
one
get it.
that's worse than both of those.
Go ahead, Eddie.
You just take the beat of silence and go, huh.
Yeah, Eddie's so good at that. And you won't even be trying to do it either. And he just goes, oh,
Okay.
that's weird.
That's cool.
Oh, cool.
What do I do? What do I do?
You just sit there and look pretty, Cara.
Cara, you are so nice. I've never felt that way about you. You
Yeah.
always act like you're interested in what I'm saying.
No,
That's
it's
not the answer I was
true.
looking
She's a
for.
great
John,
actress.
John,
It's
what do
not
I
true at
do?
all.
Go ahead,
You
Cara.
did the other day. You're like, you just get really quiet and you make a face. That's what it is. Because the other day when we talked about, and I'll bring it up, we talked about our group photo. Jordan and I got couples photos, and there's a picture, some pictures of me playing guitar. I play the guitar, by
You
the
do,
way.
and you're good at it.
And Cara, and you made a joke.
Come
which
on.
was
What's the
funny.
point of life if you can't
No,
be bullied
it
a
was-
little
yours
bit?
is
I'm
funny.
making you not a wussy.
No, yours is funny. You're like, you did a great job pretending like you could play guitar. Funny, ha,
Funny,
ha, right?
ha-ha.
And I look over
Ha-ha,
at Cara
funny.
and she's making a face like she believes that statement.
It's funny because that's like your brand in every photo now.
No, it's not.
Your
my
guitar
wife,
guy.
Cara,
That's
his
funny.
brand changes quickly.
Yeah,
Buddy.
that was his brand for that
the way,
day, and
for
it
a
has
whole
By the
shit
way,
day.
for the record, I would never pose a guitar. My wife wants me to. It's always
And it
Jordan's
looks
idea.
good.
So it's your
great. She
collective
wants-
brand. So it's your and Jordan's
She wants
brand.
to encourage your music and your passions.
By
and
the way, because
what a
of that
good wife,
incident, I
like,
will never
screw
take
her.
a photo with a guitar ever again.
Yeah,
And I-
nice
and
effing
ruined
going.
that for Jordan.
And-
I hope that all feels good for everyone involved.
My God, I'm just trying to
Pretty
be
funny.
out here doing the Lord's work, making everyone not wussies. And geez, it's getting
Let the
too
record
sensitive.
show. I was not a part of that.
Hey, I only said it
You know,
first.
you want to
I
know
only
how
said
I
it
know
first
Cara was going
because
too hard? Is because Ryan literally says, "Honey, stop. Like just stop."
the only reason I said it is because Jordan made the joke first.
No, it was Annie made
No,
the joke.
and then
Listen,
Jordan, and then
who's
I
to
said something,
know?
and Jordan went,
That's
"Got
one of
him."
the lost. That's when the lost footage is. We don't know who made the joke first. Okay.
It was Annie.
Jesus.
One thing we know about that is that Annie started it.
Listen, as someone who's pro bullying, I just think that right now it stings, but later in life it'll
When
make you
Jordan
tougher.
says "got him,"
No, let me.
I feel
clar-
better.
Let
So.
me clarify. It's funny to joke about it, but Cara legitimately thinks I can't play guitar. That's the part that I have a problem
but John, in her defense, you didn't prove her wrong by like ding ding ding
true.
ding
with.
ding ding
I'm
ding
not
on
some
there.
monkey. I'm not doing
Oh,
the
that's
dance.
true.
for
Well,
her.
Okay, but then at some
you
point
kind
it's
of
like
are. You
when
kinda
you
need to be.
refuse to monkey, like okay, now you're just
Yes.
a
Screw
giraffe.
all of you.
Yes.
Screw all of you.
yes. Look,
Screw all of
You're
you.
just a monkey. You're just a giraffe.
Listen, don't try to do what you're not meant to do.
All right. I hate the show. I'm officially done with it. I quit.
oh, you would if we weren't like 10 minutes shy from
Listen,
our
listen.
mark here.
I know.
Nice try, Annie. Wrapping up the
But
show.
what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
the source of it is that one, I like the bit. It's funny, right?
But you can play guitar. I've
But I
personally
can't.
seen you play guitar. I know you can.
And that was the part that bugged the fuck out of me. Is that Cara's like legitimately still to this day probably thinks I can't play guitar, and I
Listen,
pose the guitar
here's the
to
thing,
try and build.
Cara,
this brand.
you want to know what
I don't
you
know,
do?
listeners. What do you think in my
yeah,
position?
leave a comment below.
Cara, you want to know what you do? You want to know what your thing is?
Yeah, what's my
Yeah.
thing?
You literally will just double down.
Yes.
Yeah.
You double
Yes.
down anything. Cara will be
Ryan
like,
said that's a
be
Philly
like,
thing.
you
It is
know,
a Philly thing.
it'll be like,
Oh, well,
oh,
it's-
John
But
can't play guitar. And
it's
she's
especially
like,
a
yeah.
Cara thing.
John could literally be the best guitar player in the world, be on stage.
No,
and
I gotta
she'd be
see
like,
it.
she'd be like,
Nah. This looks like a photo to me.
yeah, I don't know, didn't hear it. I couldn't tell if it was
Crazy.
him strumming.
I would. Yeah. It is something else. I'll
She
tell
doubles
ya.
down. And you know what? That's
Yeah,
what's gonna
see-
save her in life. That is someone who
Sometimes
is bullied.
some-
The
Sometimes
double
doubling
down,
down's good.
the double down doesn't bother me as much as when it comes out that like it is the other way. She
Yes,
is wrong.
yes,
She's
yes.
like, oh well, Like it's suddenly
doesn't
not.
bug her. It
The
doesn't
whole
bug her.
thing
You're the
is not
idiot,
important
right?
anymore. Yes, exactly.
Because unlike Jackie, she learned how to let just something
And I've-
roll off her shoulders. It's like,
And it honestly, that part, I'm starting to just have to like
have
enjoy
too many
it.
more
I'm like, I know when it
important things in my life.
exactly. I love, and I'm like, you know what? Me too.
yeah.
I'm
Do
like,
you
I'm
think-
right there with
Do you
you.
think the reason it bugged you
Go
was
ahead.
because you didn't have more important things in your life? than
No,
that?
because in that moment, 100%. Because in that moment,
Kill?
I realized
With
the
that?
thing I'm getting pissed off about doesn't
she
mean
doesn't even care.
She will forget it immediately. She will like we'll move on from this moment, and she will immediately it will leave her brain. And I'm like,
right.
damn, maybe
Onto
that's
something else.
maybe that's how I should be. You know, like in that moment, I'm like, wow,
Are you
you're
taking
right.
suggestions for how you should be?
No,
Okay, I'll
Go
keep
ahead.
the comment box to myself then.
thank you. That
Suggestion
would be great.
That's what we need, a suggestion box in this podcast.
And a comment box.
we'll just read them
For-
at the end of the
for-
episode.
At the end of
we'll
the
write
episode,
them,
we'll
the episode,
anonymous-
stuff them in the box.
For us, about us.
Yes, yeah.
Because they're psycho.
That'd be freaking funny.
Yeah, let's do that.
To Cara, double down harder.
There
From
you go.
Kara.
Kara. Love
Kara.
Kara.
Love Kara.
Thanks.
Don't forget
Have a great summer.
your roots.
Did we cover all my stuff?
Forget your
I had
roots.
points.
You had points.
I saw, okay,
Can you believe this? I wrote down some points
in
today.
our lost footage, I
The
brought
Bath
up
and
I brought up
Beyond,
something
Tucker
that we
Carlson,
didn't really
AI
talk
generated
about.
Go ahead. Bring it up. Because we only got about 10 minutes.
Harambe.
What?
Oh,
You did?
in the course of the chaos,
In course of chaos. I mentioned his name and Ryan said, get his name out of your mouth.
I think we should maybe clip that the like climax of that
Is it like,
specific moment, and Ryan just goes, "Don't you dare talk about Harambe. Keep his name out of your mouth."
Yeah. I was.
So
Don't talk about Harambe if you're not ready to mourn Harambe.
How old is that kid now? Because that was
Gosh.
what, like 2015?
Can somebody release
2014?
his address? I'd like to go have a
Yeah.
word with him.
Whoa.
And it was. And it was.
Jeez, Ryan.
I'm just saying Harambe didn't have to die. He wasn't even like
wasn't
hurting
the-
that
it wasn't
kid.
the kid
You just
giving
wanna
him the go-ahead,
go-
though. It wasn't the kid
You want to
going,
go to the
"Shoot
kid's
it."
house. You want to go drive by the kid's house.
If that kid
little
didn't
Star
freaking
Tour
fall in the
map.
pit, Harambe wouldn't have wanted to go over and like
John,
mess
hit
with
it,
him,
hit it.
Yeah.
and then they wouldn't kill. Yeah, go ahead.
This
This
is the
is
house
the
of
ki-
the
Harambe
kid
kid's house.
Who Harambe attacked. Oh shoot! What?
Yeah, you
Yeah, it's because he's freaking.
Oh, there it is. Sorry. Hey, everyone, quiet, please. All right.
got him.
Wow.
Let's
like to
double
go
back
to-
to the Catch Me Outside girl.
Double back to
Double back. I didn't get a good picture. It came out blurry.
that last one was blurry.
Justice for Harambe. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, it was this video and it was like, imagine, like, you know, it's a fun fact. I fell into, you know, it's like a young teacher. It was like this whole skit of like a young teacher being like, and tell me a fun fact about you. When I was little, I fell into the cage, a gorilla cage.
Everyone
and it
just
was
looks
like,
at you.
Harambe?
and it was like
You
this teacher just like,
monster.
it just like attacked him. It was like
Oh.
that kid probably doesn't even
doesn't-
know
yeah.
yet that he has a
No.
target
He
on his
doesn't
back.
mention it. First of all, it's not the kid's fault, I want to point out. It's whoever made the call to shoot Harambe.
Okay, first of all, don't.
No,
What are you
it's
talking
actually
about?
the parents' fault for
Yeah.
letting their kid get down there. So
For
after
having
the
a-
parents.
Actually, you know what?
Accidents
It's
happen.
It's the parents' fault for having a dumb, stupid kid that fell into the gorilla pit.
Okay,
And if the kid
wow.
didn't, oh, really? So millions of people can go visit zoos every year,
And no one
all
falls
over the world, and nobody falls in the freaking gorilla pit. But this one joker does, and they have to put on Harambe.
Listen, first of all, and I want to go back on what John said.
Yep.
Harambe didn't attack shit. He was innocent. He was holding that little kid.
was.
And they
I-
just put him
He
out.
was.
I
He
agree with
did
you.
actually. He did drag him through the pond. So
did.
he did.
Well,
in
he was
fact,
cleaning him up. He looked a little
yeah,
dirty.
he was dirty.
Probably.
He was dirty.
I bet. I bet.
That's right. That's
You
right.
can't know what they were thinking.
It's it's just a tragedy. When an
Truthfully-
animal has to die for little to no reason, it's always
A child, a human
sad.
life.
It is crazy how much that rocked the world. You know what I'm saying?
Still.
Like that
Rock.
incident.
Yeah.
It,
Like 20 years ago, it would have been like not even newsworthy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Like, and then this day and age, it's like
No, the zoo would have
A
covered
gorilla
it up.
was innocently taken down.
you know what I'm
it,
saying?
Yeah.
it was the equivalent of the Harambe was Jackie. The internet came to Harambe's defense
Oh.
so intensely.
And the kid
Like-
is
Yes.
Liz.
Liz,
The
Okay.
kid being Liz.
the kid being Liz.
Yes.
Oh my God, what
yes.
if it was Liz?
But it's even worse because you know how like when you die a hero, you're like your accolades are like way greater
Yeah.
than they were. Like nobody gave a f about Harambe before he died, but
Hey,
then he
nobody
became the
gave no
hero,
F.
and now
Harambe's dead.
and he'll live on longer than
Oh, way
he would
longer.
have.
And the
At
kid.
the
probably.
zoo.
The reality is, it's like the fact that
Longer
we're like,
than all
oh,
of us.
the kid in Harambe.
Yeah.
We all know the effing gorilla's name, but the kid that like could have died.
Yeah,
It's
what's
called
his
The
name?
kid.
I'll
The
find
kid.
it.
the Harambe kid.
That's it.
The kid who killed
on
Harambe.
it.
That's all he deserves.
I think what we should
Dang.
be targeting is maybe the zoo employee that actually shot Harambe.
They were painted into a corner. I mean, what
Yeah,
were they
it was
supposed to
like-
do? Shoot the
They
kid?
couldn't. Yeah, they couldn't. Risk,
Legally, they couldn't
risk
do
the
that.
Kid. They couldn't tranquilize him because he could have like still done stuff or fallen on the kid. Like,
Oh, this poor guy.
I don't know.
but listen, all I'm saying is imagine that
Isaiah-
conversation.
Isaiah Dickerson
Oh.
at
Isaiah
the Cincinnati
Dickerson,
Zoo
18.
when he somehow made his way through
Cleveland
a barrier into a
Avenue.
moat.
We could slap in a
Ohio.
defamation case after this episode airs.
I'm sorry if that's your actual address. I don't. I just pulled that out of my
Then you
ass.
just pull the perfect address. And they're like,
He was
that's-
How the
three.
hell
He was 3 years old at the time, and,
it
that
was
was in
what?
2016. So now he's 10 years old.
Okay, like for a fact, like his parents sat down and were like,
Or his parents
"You
hid it
can't
from him.
ever talk about this."
Or they just hid it from him.
Imagine being like
I-
30
I-
years
they
old.
hid it from him.
You would have to take it to your grave.
Imagine being like 30 years old and you finally find out that you're the cultural icon
Oh
and like
no, probably.
hated.
I mean,
I hope
his
he
name
becomes
is
like
public.
a gorilla
I hate to
activist.
break it to you guys. I think there's probably PETA activists outside his house today. Like
Yeah.
literally, there's no way that those crazy
way.
animal activists are letting this go.
What? Okay, like when are we gonna like take down PETA? Because like that's such a cult. Like
Go ahead.
Brand
PETA's a
building.
cult.
It's
Like
true.
PETA,
It's
like
true.
you're some crazy ass.
How's
cult.
that?
Like they're like just trying to like hurt others so they can like get into
They've
get into
also
heaven
done
on their
shady
weird ass
things.
comment or whatever like murder suicide thing like freaking
Oh, you're saying they're an actual cult,
They're an actual
Yeah.
cult.
not an organization that wants to help animals.
No.
Have you ever seen like they'll do weird ass stunts?
Yeah,
like
they
the
will.
like the like
Throwing
dead
paint
body
on people?
parts. No, they'll like if you go to like in Hawaii, they used to have these all the time where you'd have like street fairs and then there would be some random like thing covered up with a sheet and these people with masks would be from PETA and they'd uncover it with the sheet and it would be like replica like pig parts like hanging bloody from
Cool.
like a little like
That's how you
dowel.
get the
No, the
across.
blood. The blood
was
thing
like,
was
this
if they
is
saw
what you think's
if they saw
delicious.
people on the street wearing leather or fur,
Yeah.
they'd
Yeah.
throw blood on you. It's
Oh,
so
does that
psycho.
make you uncomfortable, Annie? Oh, well,
No,
maybe you
I'm
shouldn't
saying-
freaking.
I'm saying,
maybe you shouldn't
like,
freaking consume
It
animals.
does make
then.
me uncomfortable because I'm like, that now you're wasting this food.
True.
Like you
Mm-hmm.
can't keep it at this temperature. It needs to get to the butcher right away
Not
so that I
nearly-
can pick up my prosciutto in like
Yeah.
the next 15
Yeah.
minutes.
Target, Walmart, everybody doing the same thing every damn day. You know how much like
God.
food they throw out every day? Really, you want to attack PETA?
Hey,
I'm gonna
that's
attack PETA for
veggies.
their
That's all
cultural-
veggies too.
I'm just saying,
Veggies
if
get
we're
thrown out,
if we're
too.
going to get the guillotine, which it sounds like we are,
We are.
we're gonna go set up the guillotine.
Get the guillotine.
I certainly PETA's on my list, but I'm not starting with them. You know, I
Who are you
want to go
starting with?
bigger.
Isaiah,
Yeah.
the innocent kid that killed Harambe.
Oh
How
God.
effing rude of you.
Yeah, Cincinnati Zoo is definitely up there for sure.
Cincinnati View is on my list.
Let's see.
Or Tucker Carlson.
Tucker. No, we're gonna see how he shakes out because if he gets a job like
Tucker's getting a book deal, and you know it.
yeah.
Oh, Tucker
The
for
tell-all.
president. He's happening.
My time on Fox
Tuck.
News.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't
Behind
know.
the fox.
I still think he's slimy. I think that he
Tucks our butt. or
drank the
something
punch.
like that.
He did it. He was like the guy. You can't like.
Okay, but here's the thing. I
Hold
don't
on to
care.
your
I don't care
morals
what
after
Tucker
that.
does because the reality is like he was a TV personality who effing cares. But
Okay.
all I'm saying is we all
Dang.
invest. We make
Wow.
Tucker Carlson for president T-shirts. We gotta sell those bad boys out.
Yeah, because
We,
this
like-
is only going to be cool for like a 2 week.
Tucker.
People are gonna buy that crap. They're gonna buy it. We're gonna be millionaires.
Are we
And
gonna
then-
stop talking about Tucker? You think? Because I feel like we're still talking about Donald Trump.
No,
I mean, like,
you know,
That's
you know
very
who we don't
different.
ta- you know who
Very
we don't-
different.
You know
You're
who we don't
right.
talk
You're right.
About? That was a big conservative
Obama.
Fox.
Sure. Who?
Bill O'Reilly. Where did that guy go?
Oh, I'm freaking O'Reilly. I hate
What's-
that guy.
What's going on with Joe Rogan too?
He's still
Oh.
out and about.
Still
He's doing his
running
thing.
around, doing a podcast.
What was it?
Number one podcast on Spotify or something.
That's 'cause
So crazy.
They make it that way, but
That
they pay him to be number one now.
Yeah, down
true.
with the Spotify.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, he's
Down with
got-
Spotify.
No, not
He's got,
Spotify.
Down with
he's got
Spotify.
millions of dollars. Like, what is like an $80 million deal with Spotify, and they're not going to make him like bump
Wow.
his numbers? Come on.
Well, it's like the chicken and the egg. Like, which came first? Does he have the platform because they gave it to him, or did they give it to him because he had the platform?
Beautiful.
Number two, coming down the pipe. What the podcast?
Yeah.
Soon to be number 1.
Practically as
help us out
factual
with
as
those
Fox
numbers.
News and Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
It's a statistical anomaly at this point, but if you're watching us right now, if you're watching the end of this episode, we want to thank you. And if you're listening at home, in the car, wherever, why don't you head on over to YouTube? The video podcast is infinitely more exciting.
Is it?
And
Chill.
and more than likely,
Come on.
you're not doing either of those things. You're watching a clip. And so if you're watching
True.
this clip right now, I just want to say thanks for doing the least possible effort to be considered a viewer. I don't know.
Whoa.
Okay, don't come for them like that.
I'll do it. You know what?
Hey,
I'm full
Andy,
of,
everyone
I'm full of
needs
vinegar
bullying.
today.
Yeah, actually,
You know
fuck
what?
you guys.
On the couch as always, Cara Tafolla, Andy the Skovmand. I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
And we'll see you next week on
What the Podcast?